We settled the case for a man who was here on a business trip from Connecticut. And while he was in town, he was involved in a pretty tragic accident that rendered him paralyzed from the chest down. So he had come to Chicago for a convention, and he was walking and able-bodied, and he ended up flying back to Connecticut in an airplane paralyzed from the chest down on a permanent basis. And he hired our firm to investigate the case. And in the course of 24 months, we were able to obtain for him a $6.5 million settlement, which allowed him to build a home in Connecticut that was handicap accessible for him with wide enough doorways and bathrooms, and took some of the burden off of him and his wife of how they would be able to handle themselves financially going forward. So again, that situation is one that stands out in my mind. I asked when he first hired me, how'd you get my name? And he said they had called their sister who lived here in Chicago, who then asked around looking for names of personal injury attorneys, and 2 people had recommended they call Ken Hoffman and Mitchell Hoffman at Wolf. That's why they decided to hire us. And again, I remember the satisfaction they had when the case was done, knowing that from that point forward, their medical needs and financial needs would be satisfied with no more worries about would they be able to make the next mortgage or rent payment. Would the house be safe enough for a man who is paralyzed from the chest down to get around? So it's really a great feeling for me as an attorney to know that there's someone out there whose life was altered pretty tragically in a moment, now has some level of security from a personal safety standpoint and financial safety standpoint because of the work we did here. Your recovery is always our focus. Call for a free case assessment, 312-726-6722.